This is the Voice of Motown podcast. I'm Tyler Pepe.
And I'm Brandon Cork, and this is a WVU sports podcast by two suffering WVU fans.
All right. Thank you for listening today. Please follow us on social media and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Let us know what you think about today's episode. You can also follow us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. But today we have a very special guest, the highest ranked recruit so far in WVU's 2023 class. We have Rodney Gallagher. Thank you for joining us today.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Rodney, so we like to get to know our guests a little bit before, we really dive into stuff. So here are some easy questions for Mountaineer Nation to get familiar with you. So who is currently your favorite musical artist?
I would have to say probably his name's NBA Youngboy.
Okay.
He's a rapper.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be someone. I had no idea who it was because I'm an old man now, but
it's crazy. As you kind of get older, you just kind of lose touch. I have two kids who are teenagers, and half the things that they listen to and do is just like foreign to me. When you aren't playing sports, what's your favorite activity to do?
Really just hang out with family and friends and just be around those type of people.
That's awesome.
Absolutely. What is your go-to movie or TV show that you can watch over and over again if you can't find anything to watch?
Stranger Things.
Okay,
Oh, nice.
there you go.
Did you finish the newest episodes yet?
Yeah, I finished it all.
Oh yeah, I binged it.
Yeah.
It's hard not to.
Yeah, it's hard not to. Yeah.
Does
sorry, go ahead, Brandon.
Yeah, I was gonna say, does the spotlight ever bother you? I know it seems like you've been getting attention ever since you were basically in middle school. So how do you deal with that? And how do you keep humble?
Yeah. It's really from my dad and my family. They just taught me to keep my head on. So I've been doing that ever, like you said, since middle school. And yeah, it's a good thing to have, but I kind of just, do what I need to do first, and then that'll all come with it.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Hey, Rodney, you were recruited by some big blue blood schools like Michigan, Notre Dame, Texas, Penn State. So, what set WVU apart from all those other big name schools?
Yeah, it was the coaching staff. They showed me a lot of love, and I built relationships with each and every coach on that staff, and they just continued to reach out, and they continued to show the love that they showed the first time they started recruiting me. So that really stood out.
That's great. Now I saw that you have a really close relationship to Coach Dante Wright.
Yeah.
I saw in a recent article you considered him family. So
yeah, yes, sir.
What about him makes him so approachable for you?
Yeah, he like I said, he just reminds me of just another family member. His personality is great, and you could tell he really cares about his players. So those are the type of people I want to be around.
That's awesome. Another player that I saw, or person that I saw that you are becoming good friends with, is Nico Marchio.
Yeah.
I saw he hosted you on your official visit.
Yeah.
How did you guys start that connection, and how excited should fans be about the potential Marchio to Gallagher connection in the future?
Yeah. So, he reached out to me when I first committed, and we really just took off from there. He's my host from my official visit. And then we just been talking ever since, and just trying to build the future of WVU.
That's awesome. Have you been catching balls from him yet?
That's awesome.
Yeah, not yet, but we're whenever he's free, because he's super busy, obviously. So whenever he gets some free time, I think they're about to come back home soon because they had a little break. So whenever he gets back in town, if he does have a day or two or something like that, go up there and connect with him somewhere.
That's awesome. Love to see some videos posted on your Instagram for that. That'd be great.
Yeah.
For sure. Just altogether, the 2023 recruiting class, it's really shaping up to be something special. We love seeing it getting higher and higher in the rankings. So what is the coaching staff and the program doing to draw in all this high level talent from, not just you, but everyone? What do you think makes the school and the coaching staff so attractive to all these young players?
I think, like I said, I just think it's the family around the program, and how much love they show to their players, and how much they care, and how bad they want to win and turn this program back to really what it was. So I think we all want to be part of that and turn Morgantown up again.
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that too. I was in college during the Pat White days, and
Yeah,
Morgantown's different when you're winning. It's
yeah,
incredible.
it is.
I see that you're actually playing quarterback, or you were playing quarterback for your high school football team. You actually passed for and rushed for over 1,000 yards to go with 34 touchdowns your junior year. What role do you see yourself playing in WVU's offense? And I'm also curious if you're going to be involved in the return game as well.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, Coach Washington, we talked about it, and he really going to be involved, obviously, in the slot position. That's where they really like me at. Then, I could always play outside receiver too to be dynamic. Then, yeah, of course, Coach Brown already told me to start working, catching punts and catching kick returns, and I've been doing that for my high school team also. So just continue to get better at that. So when I get to WVU, then I'm back there. Just make sure I feel it clean.
That's awesome. Yeah, I know the one thing too that you know, you kind of remind a lot of people, I think, of Tavon with his dynamic ability, and he got to play some running back while he was at WVU. So, do you think you might get to see a few snaps here and there in the backfield?
Yeah, I would hope so. Whatever I can do to help the team win, and do my thing out there on the field to let the scouts see what I can do all around, and what the coaches can see that I can do best. So, yeah, whatever I got to do for the team, I'll do.
Awesome, I love it.
Nice. Yeah, lots of excitement, especially anytime someone gets compared to Tavon Austin, who's such a special player. But since you're switching to wide receiver in high school this year, I heard you say you're going to be really focused on route running and, just catching ability. So what are you doing specifically to improve on those skills?
Yeah, just really drilling, and I mean, we have practice Monday through Thursday. Then I'll take off Friday. Then Saturday and Sunday, I'm out on the field, working and doing a lot of route running and doing a lot of drills to make my footwork faster. Then just my quarterback throwing me a lot of footballs and just making sure I catch them clean. So I'm just doing a lot of it's basically fundamental stuff to make myself better.
That's awesome. I love hearing how players, you never settle on your laurels. You just keep getting great, and I'm excited because it definitely seems like you have the work ethic to be great.
Yes, sir.
Speaking of great players, we mentioned Tavon already, but you mentioned you idolized him in some previous interviews. What skills were similar, and where do you see yourself as different?
Yeah, I just love how he can see the field before like anything happens. His IQ on the field was tremendous, and I think I have something like that. I can see things before it happens, and the ability for me to make the move when it's needed. So, I mean, obviously, Tavon's speed was also different, also, but for me to work on my speed once I get to college, and I feel like I can do some great things like he did, and he was a legend in Morgantown, and I feel like when I get up there and do what I need to do, I can be right in that conversation with him.
I hope so too. And I know watching tape of yours, you definitely have some elite speed, acceleration, quickness, the whole package when you're looking for an offensive weapon. But the one thing I haven't found is any testing scores for you. So do you have any 40 times that you're able to share?
Yeah, I ran. So my 40. I just tested at a 4.46. That was my first. Yeah, that was my first official time since I believe my sophomore year. Since I was so busy with basketball, so just me finally getting to just focus on football. Yeah, for my first thing, I ran a 4.46. So it was good.
That's really good for the first time in a while. That's amazing.
No.
Exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, your highlight tapes are amazing to watch, but you just mentioned how you're going to focus more on football. You are a football and basketball star at your high schools. Which sport was your first love? Which one did you start playing first?
Yeah, I actually started playing football first. At the age of 4, I started with flag football, and my dad got me and a lot of my best friends into it, and we started there. Then when I hit the age of, I believe, 6, yeah, we finally started tackle football, and we just took off from there.
Nice. Were there any other sports you excelled at when you were younger?
I became pretty good at baseball. I was very interested in that. I played travel and everything. I really liked baseball. I still like it. I played a little bit of soccer. Obviously, I started basketball. Then I danced also.
No,
Nice.
really.
Yeah.
I mean,
awesome.
they talk about Len Swan, Eddie George, all these great players who did that as well, and they talk about how much it helped their footwork.
Oh yeah. I don't think my footwork would be where it is without dance.
That's awesome, man. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So with all that being said, why did you choose football over basketball? Because you were, very highly recruited in basketball as well.
Yeah, I feel like I'm more comfortable on the football field than basketball court, and I think I have a great height at my position on the football field also. So I really do see my future in football, and I feel like me and my family made a great decision on that.
That's awesome. And on the basketball court, just to kind of reiterate how good you are and were, is you averaged nearly 19, 5-5 last year. You were ranked as the 21st best player in the 2023 recruiting class for basketball at one point. Do you have any plans to play while you're at WVU?
I mean, Coach Huggins and them, they talked to Coach Brown about it. They said they're still very interested, and if I ever wanted to really think about it, I'm more than welcome to come over. But I think I just want to focus on football and just get better at that.
Yeah, that completely makes sense. And it's exciting too. I mean, you being so familiar with basketball, one of my favorite players of WVU all time, Jarrett Brown, he was a good basketball player coming out of college, and he didn't play till his junior or senior year. So maybe if not right out of the gate, it'd be exciting to see you on there sometime.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it's exciting to hear that Coach Brown and Coach Huggins have already had a conversation, it sounds like, too, about it. So it's good that they're on the same page and they would be okay with that because obviously you're a great athlete in both sports.
All right. Yes, sir.
So we saw that you played on the North Coast Blue Chips with Bronny James. What was that experience like? I'm sure that brought a ton of attention.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, the exposure was real. I mean, just getting all those fans at such a young age and playing against the best players in the country as of now. I mean, all those dudes that are ranked high. I mean, I really played them. I played them since middle school. So just me getting against play against the best players like that, it only helped me in football. Also, just the competitiveness and all that.
So how did you guys meet? Did you know each other before you were on the same team?
Yeah, so I played with a team out of Morgantown. We were called a West Virginia Burn, and we were an AAU team. And we went up to a tournament in Akron, Ohio, and they were there, and we played against them. And I played a very well game. And their head coach asked if I could come try out and come to one of their practices and see how I liked it. And it ended up going well from there, and it just took off.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I didn't know all that. Do you guys still keep in touch at all?
Yeah. I just recently talked to him yesterday. We were just up in Akron, Ohio. I'd say like a week and a half ago for a reunion. So that was a great time. Also getting to see all my former teammates and all of our futures ahead of us.
That's awesome. Yeah, I hope you're able to convince Bronny and maybe even bring his dad to some WVU games.
Oh yeah, I
That'd be
hope
amazing.
so. Yeah, I hope so.
Do you on that topic, do you think you could get in Bronny's ear too to if you're not on the basketball court, maybe coax him over?
Yeah, I'm trying to recruit for Coach Huggins a little bit, tell him how good West Virginia is. So I know trying to get one of the other point guards on the team, Coy Thurman, he has interest from me, and they're supposed to be watching him soon. So I hope he gets offered and he comes down.
That's exciting. Yeah. And do you have any living so close to the Morgantown area and having so many connections, having playing travel ball on so many different sports, do you have any friends from back home or players that you've played against that are at WVU right now other than the ones we've mentioned?
That's a good question. Off the top of my head, I probably can't remember, but I know there's a couple guys from like my area that played at WVU though. Like on the basketball court, there's a guy that was very good. That went to my high school. His name was Jimmy Smith.
Okay.
Yeah, he played. I'm pretty sure he played, or that might be the wrong name. That was the football player. I can't remember his name.
No worries.
But he played. He played on the basketball team. But I guess. Oh, okay. Will Robinson. That was his name.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah, Will Robinson. Yeah, I think they got like his picture down there and everything. So yeah, I know he was successful down there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. I didn't know you guys were from the same area.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know how comfortable you feel about talking about this, so feel free to answer any way you want. But do you feel like West Virginia had similar NIL opportunities as some of the other major programs you were considering, like Penn State or a Notre Dame?
Yeah, I think with NIL with West Virginia, I feel like if you can if you become a best player down there or become a very good player at West Virginia, I feel like NIL you could definitely benefit because there's no professional teams in West Virginia, so all the eyes are on West Virginia. So I feel like a guy like any of them that's on the roster right now, they have a breakout year. I think the sky's the limit with that NIL. So I think it's a great opportunity at West Virginia for something like that.
That's great.
Yeah, you're exactly right too. I mean, me and Brandon, we've grown up in West Virginia, and when we were kids, like the superstars to us is whoever was the best players at
Exactly.
West
Yeah.
Virginia. So you absolutely nailed it by saying that.
Yeah.
It's exciting stuff too. And being from so close in Uniontown, I think that's about 30, 45-minute drive from Morgantown. Were you a WVU fan growing up?
Yeah. I remember I went to a lot of games when Tavon and Geno Smith and Stedman Baylor were all on the same team, and when they were very good, I was almost at almost every home game, and I got to see the experience they had. And like you said, Morgantown was on a whole nother level because they were at the top of the Big East and doing their thing.
That's awesome. What was your favorite WVU moment during those times?
I know it's kind of hard to remember, but I believe I think I went to when they played Pitt. I think it was at West Virginia. I think so, and they beat them down. I think so, and Morgantown was just going nuts because the rivalry's finally back, and I'm excited to play in that too. So I'm definitely ready for that.
So I take it you're not a Pitt fan.
No, I'm not a Pitt fan.
Good. I love it.
Answer.
You're gonna fit in perfect.
So Rodney, if we fast forward 5 years, predict what are your goals? What do you hope to accomplish while you're here at WVU? What do you hope WVU is when you graduate? And what do you see your legacy being when you're all done in Morgantown?
Yeah, my goal is just to be a Mountaineer great, do everything that I need to do for the team to win. And like I said, I just want to turn this thing back around, and we're going to be at top of the Big 12, and we're going to shake things up in Morgantown. And I just think the recruiting class for Shirley is going to help me a ton. And we just got a lot of underrated dogs that definitely should be higher in the rankings, and I know that are better than some of the guys ranked. But like I said, I know we got a lot of skill in each and every one of them. So I'm super excited, and my family's super excited. The coaches are super excited. So I think West Virginia is going to be a top-notch school.
I'm looking forward to it, and I'm really excited personally too to see the resurgence of WVU. I think Neil Brown's a great coach.
Mm-hmm.
Graham Harrell, brilliant offensive mind, and with JT Daniels, Nico back there under center, and you coming in, Caden Prather, the offense is going to be fun.
Yeah, it's going to be. We're going to light the scoreboard up. Then the defense is going to do their thing. I mean, we got tons of talent on the defensive side in the 23 class, so that's only going to help us better. And yeah, I really think by my sophomore and junior year, I think we're really going to be tough to beat.
Yeah, I can't agree more. And, fans, everyone, we're super excited about this new class coming in. It seems like not only are you guys great athletes, but any interview we hear about you guys, you're saying all the right things. You're very upbeat. You're positive, and that's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
And you're talking about how some of these recruits should be higher.
Yeah.
You might know this being a WVU fan, but we're always underrated. So hearing that, we like to hear that.
Yeah, I mean, we got so much talent. It's unreal. Like, just Josiah Trotter, Jaheim White, James Hurd, and it's really just a bunch of dogs that are very underrated. But soon to come, their name will be heard.
I know Josiah Trotter. That's the one that I think it blows my mind still how he is not higher than a 3-star right now. I mean,
it's ridiculous. It is, but we don't worry about it because we know those rankings sometimes are biased. So,
oh yeah, there's definitely some politics involved.
Yeah.
Now, is Trotter a guy you've ever played against?
So he's in obviously the state of PA, but he's in a higher classification. He's in 6A, and I'm in 4. So they played against in the state championship. They played against 2 of my friends, and I get on them a little bit because they lost in the state chip to them. So I get on them a little bit.
Yeah, that's definitely a guy me and Brandon talk about a lot. You know, everyone knows his dad who played in the NFL for a
Yeah,
long time. And yeah, he just looks like he has a lot of talent coming in.
tons. Yeah, tons.
Which of the incoming recruits would you say you're closest with currently?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't even say I'm really closest to any. I'm close with all of them. We almost talk every day, and we all voice our opinions on guys that the coaching staff is interested in. And like you said, we just want positive guys, and we want guys that are going to come in and work, and not try to stand out in front of everybody, and just want to push and be better every day. So those are the type of guys we look at. So I'm really becoming close with all of them, and they're all great guys.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's great to
Yeah.
hear. Rodney, we can't thank you enough for coming on here. Like we said, it just seems like you guys say all the right things, and we can't wait to see what you guys accomplish when you get to Morgantown. But thank you
Yes,
very
sir.
much for joining us today.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you.
no
This has been
problem. Thanks
amazing.
for having me. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah, see ya.
All right, guys, that was Rodney Gallagher, the top-rated recruit coming to Morgantown in 2023. I don't know about you guys, but I was very impressed with his answers.
Oh yeah, he's definitely well-rounded, very well-spoken, and I love his love for West Virginia. I think that's going to go a long way, not just before he steps foot on campus, but when he's stepping foot on campus. You want that guy touring some of the biggest guys that are walking on campus for visits, because you can tell he loves the university and he wants great things.
Yeah, 100%. And for those of you who didn't listen to the Coos interview that we did last week, he was mentioning about how some of these guys transferring out might have been locker room problems, and that might have been a big reason why they left. And that's why it's so exciting to see all these young kids. It seems like they aren't going to be locker room problems. You know, if they're doing what, they say they're focused on, then I mean, the locker room's going to be healthy. Everyone's going to be on the same page. And I really see it, resulting in wins for WVU down the road.
Oh, for sure. I mean, and someone who's buying in, someone who's not looking for the next big thing for them, it definitely seems like Rodney he knows what it takes to build a program, and he wants to build his legacy around that. And personally, that's the type of guy that I always would love thinking of at WVU, because there's such an opportunity to be a big fish here and just not only play in the league, but do great things at WVU and be enshrined in the halls forever. I mean, think about the names that you would get to have your plaque up next against with, Jerry West, Pat White, Steve Slayton, Major Harris, list goes on. The opportunity to be enshrined amongst the greatest of the great, instead of kind of just being another face in the crowd. It just seems way too enticing if I were an athlete.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. And whatever Neil Brown, the coaching staff are doing, it's working. Keep it up. They are excellent recruiters. And I feel like the 2022 season is when we're finally going to see all that coaching, finally translating to the football field, not just bringing in big recruits, but finally coaching them up and winning some games.
Absolutely.
All right, guys. Well, that's it for us. Thank you so much for listening. Again, please subscribe to us on YouTube. If you rather listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, we're on all of those as well. And let us know what you think about the episode. Thanks for listening, and we'll catch you next time.
Yeah, thanks everyone. And before we sign off too, we do have a TikTok channel and an Instagram Reels account. We're also posting some YouTube shorts of some of our episodes. So if that's the way you prefer to consume content, check us out there. We're posting daily, and shoot us some comments so that we can interact.
Yep. Later, guys. Thank you.